Three, two, one.
For you.
Hello,
Oh,
everyone,
yeah.
and welcome to welcome to Blockheads Poetry Club, Blockheads Open Mic. We have a beautiful night waiting for you, right? But first, I want to give a little intro, give a little shout out. It looks like we're gonna have some changes happening in this virtual open mic. I will be your host for the foreseeable future, which I am very honored to be doing. I'm really excited for what this, adventure has in store for all of us. Tonight we're gonna do things a little differently. We actually have a theme for the evening, and it is future visions, right? Manifesting your future, and or manifesting the reality that you want. And I chose this theme. It kind of goes in line with the back to school theme that we were discussing earlier this week. Well, you as the audience don't know, but I know. I was there. Uh, and basically, we're trying to talk about how it is that reality manifests itself, how things happen in the real world, and what we, like the part that we play in that reality. I think a lot of the times we don't realize, how these little things that we do actively affect the world that we're a part of, like the physical existence that we're experiencing. I was talking to Snap when he first asked me to take over the open mic, and I was telling him how it's been on my mind a lot. I was watching like this Instagram video where they were talking about how in The Simpsons in 1990 they had a scene where Smithers was eating fish from radioactive waters that he himself had poisoned with his nuclear plant. And a few days ago, or like a week and a half ago, there was this press conference for these Japanese politicians who were directly responsible for dumping Fukushima radioactive waste into the Pacific, eating sashimi from the radioactive wastewater to try to prove that it was safe. I know, like it's laughable. It's ridiculous. But
FYI,
like
FYI, that was Mr. Burns that was actually eating that.
what was it, Smithers? Thank you. It was Mr. Burns. It was the CEO, right? I always get them confused. I'm sorry. So it blows my mind, right, that this stuff happens and everyone's like, "Oh, The Simpsons is predicting the future." But I was telling Snap how I think it's the opposite. I think, you have comedians who have like met the people that they're writing satire about. Like these comedians met Donald Trump and they thought that it would be the most ridiculous thing for this man to ever become president, which is why they put it in the show, because they're comedians. And then he became president because we became so far removed from just the absurdity of what that meant that it became our reality. The same thing with Mr. Burns eating that radioactive fish. It's like, did they predict the future, or were they trying to show us a mirror and be like, yo, this would be really ridiculous if this happens. So yes, laugh it up. It's hysterical, but also like be aware and don't be this stupid. And then we waited 20 years or 30 years, and then we got just that level of stupid.
Because we can do that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We
Yeah.
are the stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. But we don't have to be, right? Last night I was hosting another open mic, the Poets Passage open mic, and I was talking about choice, right? That ripple effect, how these small decisions turn into these big impacts and these big consequences. And we don't have to be the stupid. We have the choice to do things differently. Um, and so many of us have this, hindsight vision is 2020, but we all have a level of foresight where we can see the absurdity and make choices to avoid it. And I think sometimes we hope that by not doing anything or not choosing anything actively, the problem will resolve itself. And then when it doesn't, everyone's all like, well, people are stupid. It is what it is. But
Okay,
We have
agreeable.
a certain level of right, but I feel like we have a certain level of power to, at the very least, right, educate the young ones around us. Uh, talk to people like the group that we have here. Have these types of conversations. Figure out ways to make different choices collectively. To empower each other. To do things that align with the version of the future that we would like to see. And on that note, I'm going to read a poem that I saw when I was super depressed. And it's called A Vision. And then we can kick off the night, and I'll just start calling people up on the stage. So be ready, because you might be next.
Uh-oh.
Uh, all right, so this poem is called A Vision. I had a vision of the future, bleakest thing I ever saw. One where I couldn't take care of my grandma or my grandpa. I had a vision of the future that struck fear into my heart. One where my mom was homeless to keep her man and chase her art. I had a vision of the future where I gave up every chance, where I failed to work enough, and where I always came in last. I had a vision of the future where I just ran out of time, because I was always in my feelings about never getting mine. I had a vision of the future where I finally got somewhere, but it didn't even matter because my family wasn't there. I'd lost everyone who loved me, either to death or heavy living, and what remained were shells of hurt and guilt and sinning. I had a vision of the future, and of my past mistakes too, and I realized I have just enough time to make my vision not come true. Thank you.
Nice.
Just enough time.
Nice.
Great start.
Thank
Yes,
you,
yes.
thank you. I hope you guys like that. You know, being on theme. If we do another round, I might read a little something that's a little less depressing. um, but yeah, you know, let's keep on with the night. All right. So I see we have lots of people here tonight. I'm not entirely sure who's reading, so I'm just gonna call you, and if you're not reading, then I'll just move on to the next person. Um, Namaste is all up in my face. Namaste, are you gonna be reading tonight?
Uh-oh.
She moved back. She disappeared back into the crowd. Never mind. She's behind the bookshelf. All right, cool. Um, who's Lion 254? Is Lion
Lírica
por
León.
ahí?
Oh, just
Ah,
disappeared.
Lírica.
Just
What
popped
is
out of
happening?
existence.
I had to unmute the microphone, but I'll just be audiencing today. Hold up.
Okay, okay, no worries, no worries. This is like last night. Last night was so slow. We wound up having a group therapy session for the first hour of open mic night. Y'all should check that out on Lady's Facebook. It was good stuff.
Oh wow.
All right. No, it was great. We talked about like relationships and choices and like how we, you know, choose to maneuver through life and the impact that that can have and how we choose to move through our interpersonal relationships. I enjoyed it a lot. I had a lot of fun with that one. All
If
right.
anything, I really enjoyed the poem that you did. I've been recently just really going hard on my relationship towards discipline, if anything.
Hell
And
yeah. Do
that,
you want to talk to us a little bit about that?
yeah, it was like what you said, like the poetry pertains to you had a vision of the future, right? And if the vision,
Mm-hmm.
if the ultimate goal is to not have any of that come true, I think the best remedy would be discipline. Um,
Absolutely.
and recently it's been a very interesting relationship with me and discipline. It's definitely not. It's nothing you're not born with it at all. It's not an innate human nature trait. It's not natural.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that you just go discipline, you know, as if it were as easy as putting something like a piece of clothing on. But I think
Absolutely.
if you're somebody who definitely como se dice fomentar, ¿verdad? If you're somebody who develops the skill set necessary as where discipline is the main ingredient, oh, you can conquer the whole world, man.
And discipline is a choice, right? It's one of these things that it's very much an active choice, and it's not an easy one to make, and it's one that you have to make every single day for the smallest things.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
for some people,
single
I think
every
that's the
single day.
deterrent, right? Yeah,
Yeah, the every single
it's
day
like,
thing, because every day is not the same. That's the one thing that has to
uh-huh,
remain the same, and you just have to fit it in somehow. Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Because what?
Like
How
the
about your
choice to
relationships with specifically?
what?
How about How about you and your relationship? I mean, are we taking away from the poetry? I apologize. This
No,
is
no, no,
no.
absolutely not. No, this is totally valid. We specifically talked about how this was going to be a little different from now on. It's going to be more of like a podcast slash poetry vibe. So there's going to be
Right.
poems, but I also definitely want to have these conversations because they're important. So you were asking what's my relationship to discipline?
Yes, yes.
So I think that it's one that is improving and has improved with time. I think that for a really long time, I I lost my sense of discipline, and I did it like very aware. I remember, like, I have a vivid memory of like being in high school and thinking to myself like, "Oh, like I want to work out, but I don't really feel like it. I feel like 10 years in the future I'm going to regret not making this choice, but fuck it, I want a nap." And like I took a
For
nap
sure.
instead. And like I even remember what like my bed sheets looked like and everything in that moment. And it's one of those formative moments where like I made an active choice to not follow my gut, to not listen to the voice inside my head that was like, make the better choice. Like do the thing that is harder now to have an easier tomorrow. And I have seen the impact that it has had on my life. And now I'm I'm regaining that, I feel. I think I went a really
Right.
long time. And Leon, you and I have talked about this. I had a like 10-year period where all I did was like smoke weed every day. And
Mm,
I feel like
I
that
feel that. I
actively,
feel that.
yes. And I feel like that actively held me back for a really long time. And it took like this massively traumatic health issue for me to finally be like, yo, I need to do things differently and to stop and to make a different choice. And now I have seen the impact that that discipline has had on my life. Like I haven't smoked in like 2 years almost, and my
Respect.
life is moving in a direction that much more aligns with the version of myself that I always saw myself as but wasn't working toward being. And it's not easy, right? It's not an easy thing. It's absolutely a work in progress. At work being the operative term, but it's a relationship that is improving. Um, Muzzle
Sometimes if
Shark,
you don't
what do
think
you?
about it, it's weird.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if you don't think about it, like it works faster. So you should definitely try. Like the discipline thing, just tell yourself, don't think about it. Just put on the shoes, and you'll eventually step out the door. Eventually,
Dissociate your way into having discipline.
dissociative discipline. You just be like, if I just put on my shoes now, because I said I worked yesterday. I wanted to think about it because I was feeling like not doing it. So I told myself, don't think about it. Just put on your shoes. And that was like a mandate, just put on your shoes. You'll eventually walk out the door
Hmm.
because you have them on. And I did. I walked out the door
Yep.
eventually. It was like it happened. So yeah, okay. Continue.
No, that's so valid. I think dissociating your way through certain unpleasant tasks is a fully valid way to get yourself to do the task. I was literally thinking about this the other day. It's hilarious you bring it up because like I had I've had like a really busy past couple weeks, just like running errands for the grandparents and picking up my brother from the airport and playing mom to everybody and like the general manager for like my family affairs. And I had to drive from the metro area to Arecibo to Aguada to Rincon, back to Arecibo, back to the metro area just this week. And I got to do it again tomorrow. And it's one of those things where I found myself I love how I love how Oh Snap looks right now. He's just crouching over.
Yo,
Anyway,
cameraman, I got that angle. I got that angle.
yes, you do. Um, but it's one of those things where like I wound up being like I wanted to take a nap so badly. I remember sitting in my bed between errands and being like, I really want to take a nap right now. And then thinking about everything I had to do and just like looking at my watch and then standing up and being like, let me get a drink of water first. And then I still had my shoes on. So like I went from sitting on my bed to getting the drink of water to being like, okay, let me go. And I immediately got out of the house. I did the errands I needed to do. I picked up my brother from the airport and I kept on with the day. And that's so real. Like I just dissociated my way through all the tasks and I finally came back to like awareness when I was already in the car picking up my brother and I was like, well, I guess that might have been dangerous, but you know, we're doing it. That's fine. Like
Okay, good.
I'm aware
That's a new
again.
level of achieved. Now we know. Dissociative discipline. Let's get it.
Absolutely. All right. Does anybody have any poetry, poesy that they might want to share? It doesn't have to be on theme, but just somewhere. It doesn't even have to be a poem. Some words of wisdom on discipline, on choice, or on anything that you feel like you want to share.
My
Inviting
poetry,
anyone to the stage.
I can probably share something kind of along the lines of what you guys were talking about.
I would love that muzzle get up here.
I got. Oh, fireworks! Yay!
Yeah.
I told you I was gonna control myself.
Okay. So this is called roadmap. So here's the roadmap. Follow the dirt road closest to the earth, or use the stars to guide you. Take a left at the greenhouse, make a right at the church on the corner, stop and ask for directions at the nearest gas station, but refuse to pay for any gas. It's way expensive these days. Follow the road with the best visibility and be aware of all the signs. If you get to the deer crossing sign, stop, get comfortable, and don't move until the promised deer appears. If you get to the children playing sign, pull over and close your eyes, open your ears, and find the memory of when you last laughed that way. When they go home, sit a little longer and enjoy the silence every parent waits for, the promise at the end of a full day. Down the road, you will most likely see a flashing red light. Be cautious. Deal with the conflict and choose to move beyond it. Most of the time, it is a false warning, but it'll keep you on your toes. When merging into a new lane, make sure you speed up so as not to slow your fellow travelers down. They too are trying to get there. If you see a cow on the side of the road, stop for some milk. It does a body good. It'll also do you some good to tell the cow your deepest secrets. She'll surely promise to never tell. The creek on the left is a good stop to make. The water there has heard it all before, because before it made its way to you, it passed another traveler by the creek on their way to somewhere. It will cool your feet and quench your thirst. It is used to soothing rocks, and your heart will soften with its calm rhythm. Take a nap at the willow tree that fans the oak nearest to the wooden bridge down the road. Watch the wind embrace, caress, and intertwine them, shaking loose their seeds and redistributing, relocating, rebirthing new generations, what they were in that point in time, in that place. Follow the breeze and leave your car at the side of the road and breathe clearly. Walk slowly, then swiftly. Run if you want to, and hop, skip, and jump, and slide, and crawl, and understand that your pain when you step on pebbles and analyze are your own blood. When your toe hits a sharp rock, you realize that your skin gets stronger, more callous as you train it to support you and protect you. And you then can walk faster and with more resolve. And think of what you'll do when you get there. Remember who you wish was with you along, and think of who you wish, and think of who you will kiss first, and who your eyes desire most to see, and how you want the weather to be, and how the weather might actually be, and how you'll deal with that. And think of how you'll look up at the sky when you get there. See a sky you'll never see again. clouds and shapes that only you could decipher that way, and smile. If you see a rainbow, watch patiently. They promise to wake up after the rain. Watch it. Stare and try not to blink. Don't blink. Just think that a moment ago you were not here, where you are right now. And that means everything because you've moved forward, even if not to the way you originally intended. The car ride, it took a twist and a turn, and you found your feet and walked your way in your own way to get to where you were going. So keep going. Meet me somewhere between the creek and the willow. I hear the gods visit these parts every now and then. And let's just chill and spend a moment in the same space before we take the road most traveled. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, boo.
Yay.
Yes. Yeah.
If you're talking, we can't hear you.
That's fine. Great opportunity for me to step in here and
Oh, my bad.
do the normal spiel. Thank you so much for being with us. My name is OSnap, aka Ninja. Well, I'm Ninja, aka OSnap 2x4 is my name.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
So we do these open mics every first Wednesday of the month. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, please do support us by liking, subscribing, hitting the follow button. Follow Turtle's feed on Twitch. He's Turtle829. I'm OSnap2x4. You're already seeing me here on the YouTube channel. Also, we got that Patreon in case you want to throw us some support and help us out in this art that we're creating. If you love art, you know we need a patron of the arts. So thank you so much for listening to me ramble on, and I'm gonna flip my camera and get back to the business of doing the business.
Voice. Thank you so much, OSnap, for taking over. I did not realize my microphone was on mute. I promise I will get better at that. What I was saying was I really appreciate Muzzle's like poetry. I love that sort of transcendentalist, naturalist vibe, like that enjoy the journey that you're on, and it'll take you to the destination. Sometimes destinations you didn't even expect to be at. Um, Super valid. It's definitely a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, last night, at poetry night, we were talking about that, like different phases of like moving through poetry as you evolve as a writer. How we go through phases, and being in this library reminds me a lot, actually, of when I was in my school's creative writing club back in high school. I was the co-president and editor of our school's creative writing magazine. And I feel like I can practically smell like the space that we're in right
The
now.
old
Like the
pages.
8-bit. Yes. The 8-bit library. It has a smell and it smells like nostalgia.
What were the Delaney cards? Do you guys remember Delaney cards?
Yep. Barely. I'm really young, y'all, you know?
Oh, whatever, man.
Oh. I'd forgotten they were called Delaney cards.
I
But
had
I
no
do
idea
remember
that's what
them.
they were called. Oh my gosh.
I still
just
don't
looked
know.
them
I'm
up.
just running along with it. Sure, Delaney.
Yeah, it's where you would put like the information of like the person checking out the book, or like it'll have the name of the student and then like their info, in case the book gets lost. That's so lit. I had no idea that's what they were called. I'm learning today. I'm a learning things.
That's what we do in the library.
We learning with the library, yep.
Mm-hmm.
So about that. Look at that. And they say libraries are obsolete. They're incorrect.
I wish, no. There should be There's more here for sure on the island. Who
What's up
remembers
with the
those
loud
borders?
music in this library? Shh. Oh, look,
He's
Sabrina's wilding
Oh.
out, breaking the
Yeah,
floors.
breaking the floors and stuff.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I guess I'll put
Sabri-
something calm for the library. Just trying to rock out of
we
here.
got loud music. We got someone breaking the floors.
It's
This just turned into a rager.
in the library of all places.
All right,
Oh,
some
she
jazz.
got-
I'm playing some jazz. Some jazz. A little jazz.
I'm so sorry.
Oh man,
Like we said, we're learning today.
You
We're
tried.
learning today.
right,
I
right.
have
That's all that
you
matters.
gotta learn today.
that is hilarious.
Oh guys, learning
It's
about
okay
the
now. I
lady
have more.
cards,
I have
learning
more
how to
room to
play
dance.
Minecraft.
I have more room to dance now.
Very nice. It's true. Sabrina straight up just like re-landscaped the entire library. Opened up the floor plan really quick.
We still got the skull though. It's still sitting there.
Nice. Very cool decor. All right. Yeah, I don't know. We have people. Does anybody want to share words on future visions and manifesting your reality? Sabrina, I know that you're not doing poetry so much tonight, and I know that you're still figuring out how to work through Minecraft, but I feel like you're somebody who has interesting perspectives and definitely about manifesting your reality. You don't have to move. You can just unmute if you want.
Disappeared right in front of my eyes.
She said no.
I'm coming back. It's because I switch between the apps and it always disappears. But oh my god, what I tell you, I'm literally in tears laughing at how much of a how old and how much of a child I feel like, because I did know that they were called Delaney cards. So I was
Nerd.
like, yes, I am, and proud of it. I spent a lot of time in the library. Obviously, I didn't have that many friends, but
Friends are overrated.
I had wonderful friends. They were all in my imagination, and they still live there to this day. I'm still friends with all of
There you go.
Best
Yeah.
them. Yeah. So to protect the landscape of this environment, I'm gonna stay still.
Be sure you don't blink out of existence. Move your head every once in a
All right, look at me. Did you see that? I think this is my head. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Yeah, side to side, everyone.
Perfect.
So my thoughts on manifestation, I think, are pretty standard, but I will verbalize them in my own way because I think every birdie is perspective is valid. You never know which accent I'm gonna use. No, and tone is everything when it comes to receiving and giving a message. So no, but I honestly believe that when it comes to trying to attain the things that you most want in life, it's about having that vision as clear as you can, because let's be honest, we can all want a nice home, but how many people want to clean a mansion? That's something to think about. So it's just like having an
Mhm.
actual not just dream version of that reality, but a working version of that reality in your mind. Like, what are the steps to get you
Yeah.
to that
Mhm.
main dream? And reverse engineer, because it's like I'm big on faith. I'm big on knowing what you want, and then knowing that you're good enough and you work hard enough that you are going to get it. But it's about doing the
Yeah.
work. I think everybody, it's not like I have that Kim K meme in my head. Nobody wants to work today. And I don't think it's that at all.
Oh God, yeah, I
I
remember
know, I'm
that.
so
So
sorry.
good.
Me and breaking stuff, including your, perspective of me. It's part of the But no, I think it has nothing to do with people not wanting to do the work. I think that unfortunately, maintaining mental health and peace and like living today has absolutely unforeseeable pitfalls and traps, and relationships can, have their own strings attached to them in every form. And knowing that going in, you have to take care of yourself. And sometimes I think the best thing that you can do for your mental health is kind of like we said earlier, like disassociate through the bad things, but more so like whatever routine thing that you have to do to achieve your goal, put your head down and do it, like by any means, because there is nothing in life that doesn't have some level of routine and boredom and meticulous, mundane regularness, And I think that
Yeah.
once that you can appreciate the fact that any day on earth is an absolute blessing and miracle. And if I get to have routine, that means no drama. That means no strife. That means no worrying about how I'm going to survive that day. Then that's a blessing. And I'm going to be super grateful. And then that's just going to give me the energy to work towards what I want to achieve. So manifesting has become like a side effect, I think, of hard work. I think that's what at the end of the day, I think what I've learned is that truly manifesting is a side effect of hard work and telling everybody to suck it when they tell you your vision is wrong.
Nice, babe.
You're such an elegant, delicate flower when I speak.
You gotta
Nah,
show back
forget that.
Yeah, but other than that, I'm really enjoying. I don't know if you guys can see me because I can't see me. My screen went dark. Help! Am I here?
No,
Did I
but
disappear?
No.
you did disappear. But I've been trying to like build an effigy and like decorate it. So there's an effigy of you here.
Cool. I'm on my way back, but thanks for inviting me. This library legit looks like a junior high library for real.
Hey guys,
Isn't that-
Daira Lee is saying hello to everyone. Unfortunately, couldn't make it tonight. But Daira is there saying what's up to y'all. Daira Lee is here
Hi,
in
Daira.
spirit.
You're the
That's what
best.
the effigy is there.
Daira.
with the creeper head.
I see the resemblance. That is definitely Sabrina.
On point.
Beautiful, guys. I love this portrait of me. It's actually better than the last caricature that was made of me, so I think it's great.
Here you are. All of a sudden I looked up and you're on the bookshelf. Oh my god.
Here I am.
We'll just take this down. But that's so valid. Like, no, you wanted to stay. Fair enough with the block back.
Yeah. The monument.
No, but I really vibe with that. Like having a clear idea, because it's so easy for us to say like, oh well, I don't want this. Oh, I know I don't want that. But then like identifying what we do want, having a clear idea of that, and then working toward it, I feel like is a process all on its own. Like sometimes, we find ourselves sort of meandering through life, working aimlessly just to survive, and then we have these ideas of what we know we don't want, but then we don't create those clear visions of what we do want, so that we're not working aimlessly anymore, so that we're working toward very specific, like you said, actionable goals. And
like when you guys
that's
were
so
talking
real.
about earlier.
we can talk about the 1% too. Like lately I've been encouraging myself to be proud of my 1% moments, because lately those are the ones that be counting. Even it comes down to 15 minutes to certain things nearly every day now, because the responsibilities and stuff. My goodness, that's the worst thing. I've been trying to encourage myself to be proud of my 1%. Because sometimes we berate ourselves. We were like, I didn't put in, the famous phrase, I didn't put in enough work. But at the end of the day, with the accumulation of time, you have no real perspective of what enough work is. Enough work is only when the opportunity arrives and it presents itself. Then you're allowed to
Yeah.
explore if you truly put in enough work or not. But up until the
Yeah.
opportunity arrives, you have no real perspective of like how much hard work you put in. And then when the opportunity comes in, you do your thing, you realize where you're truly at, then more work comes in, kind of. But then we should on. I cursed. My bad. Am I allowed to curse?
I think so.
Yeah, it's fine. No, Turtle doesn't like
No.
that.
Okay, I'll take that as a
No,
no.
No.
yes and no. I would say that.
Okay,
It's
then.
okay.
Then we,
Keep it. It's okay. Keep it at a minimum. Boom. There you go.
there we go. Strike one.
Perfect.
But we mess with ourselves for
Is that because of streaming, Turtle?
yeah.
That's because of
I
streaming.
mean, depending on the audience, that's all. That's why.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Okay.
So we mess with ourselves for like not putting in enough work, but I'm pretty like let's be proud of our 1% moments.
Yeah. Originally, when you said 1%, I thought you were talking about the 1%. Like the uber wealthy that are like
That's the
ruining
thing.
life for everyone.
I
No,
thought so too.
no.
I was like, what? You want the 1%?
No, I meant like
Yes.
the amount of the amount of work you put in on
I
a daily
do.
basis.
No, yes, that explanation made so much sense. I saw this like post a little while back about how like I'm gonna make Star Trek references. Y'all get used to it. I love Star Trek. You should be into Star Trek too. It's like a vision of the future. Speaking of future visions, right? It's a vision of the future where humanity figured their stuff out and like are now coexisting peacefully on Earth and traversing out into space because they've figured it out. They figured out how to work together in a sort of utopian post-scarcity way. But anyway, there's this quote about how the Star Trek Enterprise, like the Starship Enterprise, the spaceship that they're on, can travel up to speeds of like warp 9.9. And if you want to think about it in colloquial terms, your car can go like maximum 120, 140, 200 miles an hour or whatever. But if your car were to go at that speed all the time, right? If the Starship were to go at warp 9.9 all the time, it would be destroyed. Your car would be trashed. Like it would not work anymore because it's not built to operate at 100% capacity 100% of the time. And I think that goes for us as well. I think there are times where we can do our best, and I think that's going to be about 1% of the time, where we can be our absolute best selves and put in 100% of the work that we need to put in to work toward our actionable goals. But if we work at 100% all of the time, we will probably just exhaust ourselves, and it is more realistic to think that we will work somewhere between the 20 and 60% range, right? And 60% is great. It's better than half. So we have to revel in those 60% days. We revel in the 100% days, and we appreciate when our bodies are tired and they're asking us for a break, and we just all we can put in is 20%, but it's still something, right?
Yeah.
It's still
So
putting in
in
effort
in
toward
chat,
those
Daira is
goals and toward
saying
that vision of the reality that we're trying to create. Um, and I think it's valid. I love what you just said, Leon. That's beautiful. You gotta celebrate the 1%.
in
Not the
chat.
Yeah,
1%, our
not
1%.
the one.
We gotta
Yeah,
celebrate our
In the
1%.
chat, Daira is saying that yes, be proud. La clave es consistencia. I feel you guys.
Aha.
So yeah, exactly what you're saying
Wait.
right there.
Today's topic. How? Well, yeah, these are the keys to if today's episode has been awesome, honestly. If anyone finds it, whoever listens to this in the future, I hope in any way, shape, or form that what's being said here today helps.
For sure.
Agreed.
Helps you take those steps, right,
Yeah.
to toward those actionable goals, toward building that future vision, Manifesting your reality. Roll credits. No, I'm just kidding.
Ramen.
I love
You said
it.
ramen.
Love it.
Hey. Oh,
Bam.
yeah.
Ah. Yeah.
Those are
Do
such
it.
good sound effects. Who did that?
Somebody.
Who did the
That's
bottom?
our-
That was so
our
good.
Soundboard
Papo,
guy,
Papo.
Papo.
Papo swing on the on the
I
keyboard.
have my 1% moments.
That was it right there. That's all we get.
Beautiful.
That was excellent. Alright. Does anybody have any poetry that they would like to share? If not, I have a poem that I can do really quick.
I think you could also just call randomly from the Discord.
I could do that. I already called Muzzle Shark. Leon and Namaste said that they won't be sharing their beautiful, beautiful poetry with us at this time.
I won't.
That? You will?
No, I said I will not. I'm so sorry. I must have. Sorry. I apologize. Keep going. Everything's great.
You gave me hope and then tore it away.
Oh, you see, now you have to do it. Now you have
Right.
to do it.
Nah.
I'm manifesting a reality where Namaste shares a poem.
This is about consistency, not peer pressure. Thank you.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
Well, since OSnap recommended, I just call people out of the crowd. I'm just gonna call him. So, OSnap, how about you share a poem?
What? Me?
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
With his theme music on. Word.
Oh yeah.
Ow, ow.
Yeah. Rap. Let's do a rap. I don't know what to do. I wasn't ready for this. Let's see. Yeah. Straighten my camera out here.
Do the
I was
Yo,
a
I
product of
remember
the
the
streets, that's
bodega.
why my style is unique. I was a shorty telling stories, quoting rhymes when I'd speak. I grew up ice cold, hungry, disheveled and stressed. That's why I took it to the chest, watching my hood become a mess. The greatest of nations, though we lack in education, so we hustle on the side until we face incarceration. Maybe it's me, maybe it's class, maybe it's race, survival of the fittest, yeah, that may be the case. But maybe also because we focus on ourselves as individuals, we never take a second to evoke the ancient rituals. The village raised the child begets the family becomes a vital piece of the community. Community is strong, a form of common unity. Camaraderie is achieved as a result of ingenuity. Every tomorrow brings another problem to solve. Maybe today will be the day I see my people evolve. Let's take a walk, talk, build and make plans. They say the universe is infinite, the world's in my hands. If life is like a sword of chocolates, we chalk it up to fate. Maybe the life I made was never mine, so never mind mistakes. I keep it pumping, pushing, mush and move along. Measure my mind 1,000,000 miles a minute, molded in a song. I'm fed up, the bed I wet is where I lay my head. Until the day I'm dead, I live a life upon a razor's edge. And blaze a crazy blunt, raise it up, choking up, I'm joking, son, the iron lung. Marijuana got me sprung, I'm lifted, elevated, chasing high enlightenment. If wisdom be the prize, I keep my eyes on that requirement. A minute of your time is all I need to flex the rhyme. Meditate on that a second, if you're with it, we be fine. It's the code of the streets.
Oh,
Hey!
There you go.
yes.
Yeah. Thank you, y'all. My name has been Ninja. It has been a pleasure.
Nice.
Oh, snap!
Woo.
Thank you, Snap.
My pleasure.
Appreciate your rap.
That's always fun. I can do that same rhyme
That was
forever.
really dope.
I should write a new one.
As you should. It's a good rhyme. I feel like it's also very much in line. Is that why you chose it? Because it's like in line with today's theme.
It's just no. I didn't even think about anything. It was just like, all right, this is the one here, on the tip of my tongue. I guess it was
Subconsciously,
the
Freudian
most
slip.
accessible.
Yeah.
You go.
I feel like your subconscious mind, you didn't even mean to, but your subconscious mind was like, I got exactly the thing.
Boom.
And then you said the thing. That would
And-
most relate to the theme.
I said the thing. The thing was said. That's
It
it. We
was
out of
said,
we out
it's
of people
over
on the Discord.
Said what's the thing?
We're out of people. I'll do one more poem just to stretch it, and then we're done.
All right. Well, it's been a great night, Softboii. Thank you so much. You're a wonderful host. Everybody loves you.
Yes, yes.
Is that your way of telling me not to do another poem?
No.
No.
Because I was like, I'll do another one. You're like, okay, good night.
No, we ready. We ready. We're gonna close it out,
I
right?
was like, my bad, my bad. Yeah, it's a quickie. It's a poem on mindfulness. It's called Meditation. Meditate on the sounds that remind, the folk music of an elder's voice as they bring to life a past you never experienced. See longing for something borrowed in your mind's eye. The coo of birds that stir before your alarm, the way you want to be angry at them but can't because even though you're no longer sleeping, their gentle notes feel like a good dream. How the wind blows, hard, through wispy grass that tickles any part of you it touches. The soft rustle of leaves grateful for the breeze, long branches stretched and bowed as if extending their gratitude and prayer. Too often, I become preoccupied with myself in a way that distracts my memory, obstructs my senses. I forget to see until I remember to look, and suddenly there is beauty everywhere. Thank you.
Yes.
Woo.
Gorgeous.
Yes. Yes, yes.
I really enjoyed it all.
Thank you.
I don't know if you can hear me. I don't even know. Am I on?
We
Yes.
can. You're here, lady.
Yeah, I've been here this whole time.
Yay.
Just lurking.
Yeah, now I'm curious to know what the library looks like.
Oh, you should watch the stream on the YouTube channel.
Oh my god, that was by accident, I swear to god.
It's posted on my Facebook.
I believe you.
I think. And yeah, I'll be spreading it out further tonight, so you'll be able to watch the video.
Is there still time to read something or no?
Of course. Well, I'm not the
There
host
is?
here.
Yeah, always.
But it's not really.
No, always. The answer is yes.
Let's
Is
get
that okay?
let's get an effigy.
I get an effigy? That always sounds like a tombstone. Let me know.
I feel like the effigy's facing the wrong way. Papo, please fix it for me. I did this bad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like a rant. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Yes, rant
But it
away.
looks like Papo has put it the wrong way too.
Yes.
I was thinking that too.
There you go. There you go. Beautiful.
There we go. Whoa.
Am I here? That's funny.
Yeah, you definitely are.
Okay. Like, give me I don't know the cue. What's my cue?
1, 2, 3.
I throw a firework.
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
There we go.
Last year's pain had a cure. Time. With the strategic flow of events, the table was turned and I regained my losses. A desperate choice of trust and good faith turned into a chess game where I had to visualize each move and premeditate a path to escape the labyrinth intact. I won, barely. Nevertheless, I had my life back. It felt natural again to regain my space. As colic as it was, it hurt to let it go. I took it for granted. I had to place a fresh love in a stranger's hands, a stranger who promised protection to which I believed. Due to the economic mistakes I made, it led me to the point of giving it my all. I'm a learn as you go sacrificial goat, and that always comes at a high price. I placed my hopes and dreams in the hands of a temporary angel. A dream that assured me we all would benefit was null. Having words on promises does not ensure it will follow through. And being on a small scale, going through the legal grapevine would be assisted suicide. Thus, chess had to come into play. It was gracious. The key was returned to me honorably. I guess the key to my soul, my heart, my being, whatever you call it, quietly. We both felt used. Both of us hurt on equal levels. Mine was based on betrayal, and theirs on ego, an ego I never want to see again. Now, 1 year later, I survived, or we survived. My life needed a new tactics. Playing by the book was killing me. I had to juggle choices left and right, tricking my conscience to agree that it was the right thing to do, because after trying my best to be a model friend, I had to tell myself it was not wrong to take the steps that ensured that our doors would stay open, that the people would get respect, and that little by little, desires would balance themselves and society would be fed. I chose to pay the fees, the penalties, and the emotional interest accumulated as soon as I blinked an eye. I felt my big break was just right around the corner, but which corner? Time was ticking, and there would only be a certain amount of leeway before the cord snapped and my ship would crash into the rocks. I'm still sailing in troubled waters. With a hand to mouth daily operation, how was I going to come up with what was needed? I was barely making the money for the basics, and now I was discussing a crane coming into my world to lull that monster ego off my roof and to close the street of judgment, basically to create chaos so I can replace the old with the new, scaring the only thing that could pay for it away. All the dreams searching for a destination point without stress or imminent physical danger. Great. But this is not what troubles me right now. It's minor in comparison. This year's pain might not have a cure. The worst thing about death is losing a friend while they're living. You suffer all the emotions without the actual effect. I dare say, in this case, real death is better. At least there's closure.
Ooh.
Woo! Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
That was a rant.
No, but
That was a rant.
was that like, if I may ask, lady, was that the story of like acquiring the passage and then like your experience like through that and being a business owner and your
Sort of.
interpersonal dynamics through that experience?
Yep. Yes, it was. Still is. Still on the same shit. The only ship.
Wow.
Only now I'm a pirate. I'm no longer a captain of a model ship.
Valid. There's a pirate show. It's so good. Please someone save me. It's so
There's a
good. It's
pirate show?
The One
there's
Piece.
a pirate show. No, but that's amazing. I'm so glad you know what that is. No, but I'm not talking about that one. Um, our flag, our flag means death. I think it is. It's Taika Waititi, and it's amazing. It's like a bunch of New Zealanders just being freaking hilarious, and I highly
Sí,
recommend
que
it.
es
But
una,
they
pero esa
go
es comedia, es
Nico
una comedia.
Ortiz is on that show.
exacto.
Sí, está bien graciosa, está bien buena.
Cool.
Pero la razón que la traigo, ¿verdad? Que traigo el tema is because Lady's talking about like not being a model citizen anymore and being a pirate, and that's kind of what happens to one of the characters. He's like this model citizen, and he has a wife and kids, and he doesn't know what's missing from his life, and then he goes off. All he ever wanted is adventure, and he goes off and he becomes a pirate, and he discovers the most beautiful adventure he's ever lived. And I feel like that's so real. Like when you are living your life one way and you realize it just doesn't work anymore, and then you pivot like we were talking about yesterday. You make the switch, you just turn everything around and approach it from a completely different angle, and you start flowing, right? Things start, they're still hard, right? You're still faced with challenges and obstacles, but it seems to make more sense and things seem to fall into their place. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that, lady. I think it
Thank you
was a
for
poem.
listening.
I don't think it was a rant.
Okay. I was thinking it was a rant. I have a whole bunch of those.
Well, we love them. Bring them on down anytime you want.
Cool.
I love that. That was great. I heard Noel. Noel, ¿estás por ahí?
Oh,
Just
like Batman, he
He
disappears.
came in, was like, oh, but that's funny, and then left. He was like, that's a comedy, isn't it? Bye.
I think that dinosaur
Alright.
back there behind Bop was him. But I'm not sure.
Dinosaur.
This guy, who's this? Isn't this?
There's Turtle, there's Namaste,
Yeah, I
there's
think that's him.
Marvelous.
I don't know who this is.
Noel, si estás hablando, no te oí, no te escuchamos.
Holding the potion.
Disculpa, ¡ay! Estaba. Disculpa, estaba escuchando, pero estoy aquí comiendo pan y bebiendo agua, relax. Escuchando la noche
Buen
recia.
provecho.
Gracias, gracias.
Voy a bajar.
Mira, tengo un
Ya,
tridente.
baja.
¿Cómo conseguí este tridente?
No sabemos.
Mira, soy un rey
Baja,
tritón.
baja. Mira, pirata tridente, ¿tú vas a compartir poesía con nosotros esta noche?
Sí, después de J ya fue.
J está afuera hace rato. Yo traté de que él me siguiera y no me siguió y yo no sabía quién era o qué estaba haciendo.
I
No
don't.
era J.
He's like,
Who is this
Oh.
box?
¿Qué pasa? ¿Quién le hizo esto a J?
Somebody put him in a box?
Oh my god.
Wait,
No
what
sé quién
happened?
fue. ¿Quién
we're all outside.
metió a J en una tumba egipcia? ¡Ah! ¡Se acaba de estar!
So
What
rude.
is this?
I'm just gonna go ahead and break that.
Well, I guess he was in there.
Where was he? Do we have somebody
And
who's
now
stuck
he's
somewhere?
gone.
Who's
He's not
trapped
there
him?
Somebody
anymore.
was trapped.
¿Qué
And
pasó?
they were
¿Se
just
fue?
building.
He built this and ran away?
That's the question. No,
Ahora
he
vuelvo,
was
ahora
in there
vuelvo, ahora
ahorita.
vuelvo.
He was in there.
Mira, mira.
Ah, ok, ahí está.
¿Qué pasó,
Ahora vuelvo,
Jota?
ahora vuelvo. No, mira, es que
Jota, tú hiciste eso, tú creaste esa creación ahí.
a
I'm
mí
gonna
me
say goodnight to
enseñaron,
everybody. I'm
a
gonna
mí
be
me
calling it a night.
enseñaron. Dame un
Good
segundo,
night.
entro a ver.
Alright.
Nice.
Good night, Leon. Thank you so much for
Mwah.
joining us tonight and your words of wisdom on discipline. Highly
Yes.
appreciate it. Have a beautiful night.
Good
And
night,
keep
Thank
us
you,
posted on
thank
your
you,
journey.
everybody. I will,
Oh,
I
good
will. Everybody here's on that journey too. Bendiciones para todo el mundo, que descansen. Peace,
igual,
and thank
igual.
you, boy,
And I'm
for
gonna
your
be
wise
going
words
too,
as
so I'm
well.
gonna say good night. I'm gonna follow that train.
Sounds
All right,
good,
let's
ladies.
get Jota on the
Thank you,
stage
ladies.
before everybody leaves.
I mean,
Jota,
maybe
what
we
are
do
you
it-
doing
maybe we
inside
do
of
it-
that box?
Maybe we're doing it outside.
Yeah, take the picture
Sí.
outside.
Ese
I'm already,
Jota.
I break the doors.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll come
I
back.
understand. Okay, all right. Let's get Jota on this nice little field right here.
In the field. Okay.
Jota, quedaste identiquito.
Nice blip.
Es la que hay.
Yes.
This is recess right now.
No,
We're in
mira.
recess.
Sí.
No, estaba escuchando, lo que pasa es que lo tenía en mute.
I love that.
Estaba escuchando, lo
You know
estaba
what? Is that
escuchando.
they're having a fire drill inside the library right now?
Oh yeah, there you go. Fire drill.
Fire drill, fire drill.
All I am, everyone. I'm having so much fun. Yeah. All right.
I need Papa. Can I get a box of music so I could play out in the field?
Coming right up.
No.
Are we taking a picture?
Where's the dance?
No, we've got one final poet.
Look at how he throws it. Place
No,
it.
I think we got two poets because I think what Leo said was that he was gonna read after Jota.
Yeah.
Then good night, guys. Okay. Yeah.
Buenas
All right.
noches.
Good night.
All right, so host, let's keep us in track here.
All right, where's Jota? Jota, if you'd like, you can stand really right where you're at. I'm just decorating a little, so we'll have something to look at. Yeah, let's hear what you gotta say. I'm gonna throw a firework. Si estás hablando, estás en mute, no te escuchamos.
No, no, ahora se escucha, ahora se escucha.
Sí,
Ahí
sí.
está. Muy bien, muy bien.
¿Qué es la que hay? Ahora sí.
Chile, Chile.
Huepa.
Bienvenido.
No, sí, bienvenido, no, sí, yo estoy aquí hace rato, los estaba escuchando, lo que pasa es que estaba en mute. Estaba en mute y después alguien me encerró.
It was definitely Noel.
Necesita música, necesita música.
Pero nada, ¿qué va
Yo,
a hacer? ¿Qué va a hacer?
Suheili nos está mandando saludos por el YouTube. What's up, Suli?
Huepa.
¡Saludos!
Besitos, besitos, mi amor.
Ay, me
That firework
muero.
was not me.
Sure it wasn't.
Listen. So,
Ahora pues, ¿qué hacemos? ¿Le metemos?
Dale, dale.
ahora sí,
Muzz,
dame
kill
un
the beat,
poema.
kill the beat. Mira, you threw a record at him.
No, pues vamos a ver si nos acordamos
He
de
caught the record.
que es más nuevo.
He caught the record.
Ay, déjate de eso.
I'm making a stage for
Ay,
you. Podium.
ay, Ok, esto se llama Exiliado. Vamos allá. Exiliado. Exiliado de amores, de dolores, coleccionista y perfeccionista de errores. La edad del sol, la de soledad, la soledad de las edades de mi yo envejeciendo en los bares. La clave de sol de la canción de sus lunares que desafina con el latir de un corazón abierto en dos mitades, cantidades de eneros que aglomero en mis manos, que se escapan por los dedos, cual su pelo de verano, cual la muerte de un amor que se sospecha de antemano, el fulano con sus tratos y acuerdos con el yo de mi pasado en el pecho muy clavados, como espinas en la frente, como lanza en el costado, como el príncipe sin reino, o el violinista en el tejado, exiliado de amores, de dolores, coleccionista y perfeccionista de errores sin motores, la barca y sin ancla a la deriva, como manos sin caricias, como ojos sin miradas, si vivir es una escuela con secuelas, como sueños sobrevuelan alta mar, agarrados de las manos muy en vano al país del nunca y el jamás, y esos niños ya están muertos, son recuerdos que no volverán para acompañar a la soledad, la desoledad y las soledades y tanto enero, envejeciendo en los bares y solo entre pares me perdí por los lugares donde nadie canta, en donde anda la muerte y se divierte con mi nombre en su garganta. Entonces dije adiós, adiós. Y elevé mi pensamiento como el hilo de humo que por mi boca sube, lo pinté en una nube y cuando el cielo está nublado, creo que es mi verso que lo canta algún querube exiliado de amores, de dolores, coleccionista y perfeccionista de errores. Gracias.
Yeah.
Eso.
Eso.
Nice.
Siempre amazing.
Gracias, gracias, gracias.
Jota, la verdad es
hermoso.
que estuvo
I like how you
brutal.
guys like are just building stuff while this thing was
No,
going
it's not you guys.
on.
It's not you guys. It's Sabrina, and I'm trying to like knock it down so that we can pay attention to the poetry.
Yo estaba aquí con los ojos cerrados intentando acordarme bien y cuando abro los ojos todo esto ha cambiado.
Alguien se entretuvo ahí haciendo
I'm
cositas.
sorry. Mira, perdóname, que yo no juego estos juegos y ahora mismo I'm learning so.
I was literally there like this. She would put up like glass or like brick, and I would just like knock it down in my mind and be like, please stop, he's recycling.
Not during the live stream. You could build later.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Jota, eso estaba brutal,
ADHD
Jota.
hardcore focuses. No, pero de verdad.
Gracias, gracias, gracias.
En serio.
No, Jota,
de
de
verdad.
verdad,
Muchas gracias.
siempre un
Thank
honor
you.
escucharte.
Ahora, Jota, tú y yo nos conocemos de Noche de Poesía, nos hemos conocido antes, because I feel like no conozco a nadie que se llame Jota. En Calle, tú eres del grupo de Calle, ok. Ya comprendí.
Kaye in the house, or in the outside, I should say.
Wait, I can put a house down. Right now. Building a house.
Kaye in front of the house.
This is chaos.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you
Who's
so
gonna go?
much,
Noel,
Jota.
Jared
Noel.
in the house.
What?
Alright. Pues muchas gracias, Jota, por reunirte con nosotros hoy. Usualmente no es tan caótico, pero estamos tratando un formato nuevo. Y pues como puedes ver, estamos como un niño chiquito en un receso.
Estamos todos así, gracias a ustedes.
Mira.
Gracias,
Sorry.
gracias.
Let's get, we got another poet waiting, right?
Let's
We got
go.
one more. Yes, we do. Noel, si quieres, yo puse esta tarimita con las flores para que si quieres te puedes parar aquí y recitar. Déjame tirar un fuego artificial.
Estoy ready.
Ahí estamos.
Estoy ready. Ok.
Dale, métele.
Esto. Vamos a empezar solemnemente. Uno hacia el norte, otro hacia el sur. Y para los muertos. Okay. Condeno a Trujillo, yo también soy americano. Condeno a Trujillo, me guardo el luto de los 30,000 haitianos. Tengo 60% de aborigen. Si oigo el tum tum de los tambores, el cuerpo me ordena ponerme en ritmo. Me río sin miedo, entiendo, siento cualquier problema de cualquier parte del planeta, como me enseñó el guerrero de América. Soy tan americano que tengo alas desde el Golden Gate hasta las favelas. Soy la flor del calendario Nazca, el lagarto en el Maya. Yukiyu me consuela y el Selassie de Jamaica. Ni Laura está sola en América, ni Chayanne le anima a la fiesta. El huracán que huye por el yunque le jode las costas a la Florida. Y si en México se cree la mentira de la porcina, San Juan se llena de máscara al otro día. Hay águila inca en Vieques y todos jugamos fútbol antes que los ingleses. Y este que se cree que descubrió América, nosotros somos el continente, sus montañas, sus cuerpos de agua. Somos la sabiduría del jefe Seattle, confinada a bosques federales. No somos ciegos, sabemos lo que está haciendo, jugando el juego de la antigua Europa con todas tus culturas mezcladas, te llama América, con sus 50 estados, con sus países los vasallos. Sabemos lo que somos, que nuestros líderes son tus títeres, que las grandes corporaciones son los reales gobernantes, pero América está en la calle, en el underground donde se desintegran las máscaras. Sus costumbres son inquebrantables como castillos de piedra. En el arte, en el jangueo, en la noche de poesía de Minecraft, en la pelea callejera, en los intercambios de favores, en el consuelo de los amigos, en el amor de tu familia donde se acepta cualquiera. Pa'l carajo las banderas, los prejuicios, las clasificaciones y los chistes de bruto. En algo tenemos que estar muy claros, de una vez y por todas. Todos somos americanos.
Hey, yes! Yes!
The horn was a good touch, actually.
Yes, I.
Oh my god, I didn't even see. Oh, what the? Whoa!
Wow, ¿cómo creció un arbolito de esto ahí a las millas?
Sabrina, would you like to explain?
Eso creció al lado mientras yo recitaba.
This just came out of nowhere.
Nice.
No, it just popped up because Sabrina put a bunch of cherry trees one next to the other, and I think the blossom just sprouted. It's
Whoa.
fine. It's gonna stay there.
I love it.
Beautiful. Let me create my beauty.
think it is. I agree. I actually think it is beautiful.
It looks like there's a wedding going on here.
Everything.
That's my maximum level. Okay, next. Come on.
Okay, rapidito, Sabrina, later we're gonna teach you how to create a new game on peaceful mode so that you can, or on creative mode, so you can do this to your heart's content. But for now, let's return to the poetry night. Noel, muchas gracias por compartir con nosotros. Es verdad que yo siento que ese poema is a perfect closing. It ties in perfectly con manifestar el futuro que queremos, con visiones del futuro. Porque la realidad es que para crear el futuro que queremos tenemos que entender el pasado y de dónde venimos y de cómo nuestras situaciones actuales están creando y formando nuestra realidad y cómo nosotros podemos tomar un rol activo en cambiar esa realidad. By the way, to anybody watching, this is a bilingual, it's a bilingual open mic. We will be speaking Spanglish. Surprise. But yes, thank you so much for sharing that because it's true. And what Jota spit ahorita, where he's talking about like the darkness of life, like the situations that we experience on a day-to-day, and just like the horror that can be reality. I think it gives us a clear idea of what we don't want. And while we need to have a clear idea of what we do want, to have something to work toward, knowing what we don't want can be beneficial too. It helps us to understand the kind of vision that we need to build, the things in the world that we want to shape. So thank you so much for those words, Noel. Thank you so much, Jota. And thank you to everybody who was on the live tonight. We've been a little chaotic this evening, but you know, we brought it back. We came back. We came full circle.
It's because it's the end of summer.
The
It's
kids
end of
couldn't
summer
wait.
episode.
The kids
It's the
couldn't
end of
wait to get out of
summer.
that library.
It's the end of summer.
Now it's time for the after-school program. Woo!
Exactly. But thank you everybody so much. Sabrina, yes. Namaste.
Just
Over
saying.
here partying.
Best gardener in
Minecraft, yes.
Somebody just
Namaste
picked up
has
a new
inspired.
hobby.
All right. Well, I think that this is as good a spot as I need to finish out. Thank y'all so much for this opportunity. I hope that you will join me again in the future. This was a blast. I laughed so much tonight, and thank you to everybody who came out to recite. Thank you to all the lurkers, to the people who were just here listening. Appreciate you always. To everybody on the live, thank you so much for joining us at TPTT. Yeah, remember to like and subscribe. You can follow us on Twitch. You can follow us on YouTube. And don't forget to remember to play is the thing.
All day, every
All
day.
day, every
Hell yeah.
Gracias muchachos, que tengan buenas noches.
Gracias, Jota, por
Peace.
caerle.
Igual.
Fue un placer escucharnos.
Hasta la próxima.
This is
Hasta la próxima.
I'm gonna just lay under this tree. Guys, bye.
Perfect. Bye. All right, that's it, right? We finished.
It's done.
Estuvo bueno, me gustó mucho. I love
La
it.
verdad que sí, fue una muy buena conversación. La poesía estaba bien cabrona. We gotta get a little more organized. Sabrina, we're gonna teach you how to create so that you don't